Our education system must deliver on the critical new skills, values, and attitudes needed to solve our problems.
COVID-19 has taught us that pivoting to online learning has not led to an automatic widening of access and participation.
We have to find ways to unify ourselves even more than we've done in the past.
Present-day education has found itself living a crisis within a crisis, as we have had to grapple with disruptions to learning caused by recurring school closures, leading to widening equity and achievement gaps. There is no denying that this generation of learners has been adversely impacted by the pandemic.
In any given crisis, unique opportunities can be found to reinvent, innovate, and evolve. These opportunities can serve as the proverbial silver lining in an otherwise catastrophic scenario. The COVID-19 pandemic is no exception. The response to the emergency required educators to triage educational needs. Collective and unified effort was critical. Equity formed the lens to examine the issues and decide how to treat the most vulnerable students. The OECS Education Response and Recovery Strategy to COVID-19 was the first product of the collective effort. Led by the Education Development Management Unit of the OECS Commission in partnership with OECS Ministries of Education and with technical input from regional and international development partners, this strategy provided the basis to secure almost $4 million to help administer the treatment. The treatment was multifocal and strategic. Sanitation equipment and supplies, learning devices, internet connectivity, digital instructional content, and teacher training were placed at the top of the list of support interventions in the strategic response. So how have we innovated? How have we taken hold of the opportunities to reinvent? Major attention has been placed on supporting teachers by designing high-quality digital instructional content.
The OECS Digital Library, developed in partnership with the Global Digital Library, provides teachers with excellent open source books for student reading, as well as interactive teaching and learning opportunities.
Furthermore, nearly 3,000 digital content assets have been mapped to the OECS curriculum on the OECS Calibri platform. The availability of these resources will reduce teachers' pains in finding suitable, culturally relevant material and save them countless hours in developing their own resources.
Through the COVID-19 Response and Recovery Project, $1.5 million or 4.5 million EC dollars was invested in the procurement of almost 12,000 digital devices for primary school students across the OECS member states.
Approximately 1,000 primary school teachers, along with a few teacher educators, were targeted for training in effective pedagogies in distributed teaching and learning through the Eastern Caribbean Joint Board of Teacher Education. This new teaching methodology helps teachers develop competencies for adapting teaching and learning to multiple modalities according to the needs of students. 45 educators across the OECS were trained on using information and data for crisis-sensitive educational planning. Key messages and digital resources intended to support parents and students with learning from home opportunities feature on a microsite. Total engagements and impressions on the social media platform accounted for over 1 million of our target audience. Vulnerable students were further targeted with the OECS Academic Recovery Program, with the expectation that students who were already struggling will fall further behind their peers. The program is intended to rescue them from further regression while accelerating the movement to academic recovery.
These combined efforts of policy direction and direct programmatic support to our member states has led to a resounding learning crescendo. As we continue to navigate our new reality, the OECS Commission aims to turn threats into opportunities to help build a more resilient education system and to foster an environment where learners excel beyond expectations.
As we approach the official adoption of the OECS Declaration on Education, a document that charts the way forward for OECS education stemming from this devastating pandemic, the onus remains on each of us to ensure that every learner succeeds.
Our education education system must deliver on the critical new skills, values, and attitudes needed to solve our problems.
COVID-19 has taught us that pivoting to online learning has not led to an automatic widening of access and participation.
We have to find ways to unify ourselves even more than we've done in the past.
This presentation is brought to you by the OECS Commission in partnership with UNICEF.